Well, developing news at 5 o'clock this morning, a simmering situation between Albuquerque's public school district, the neighbors at a middle school, and the city about how to fix a traffic problem, and now it is boiling over. Yesterday, the district brought in this heavy machinery to start construction against the wishes of neighbors and the city council. APS says it is moving forward because of safety issues with kids and parents and folks walking, but we got a hold of an email sent out Tuesday, the same day APS was holding a news conference at Jefferson about the traffic problem there. In the email, the assistant principal tells staff if you are on traffic duty in the front today, please do not worry about traffic support. Superintendent Winston Brooks denied the district was trying to make the traffic situation look worse for the media.
I guess that's one way to read this. The other way to read it is that, instead of doing traffic support today, be present for the press conference.
City Councilor Isaac Benton has sponsored a resolution to stop this project that ended up passing 7-1 at the council meeting this week. Councilor Benton is shocked APS is moving forward. Despite this, he says what the city does next depends on whether the district shows up to the meetings called in to find a resolution here. A missing man's truck has been found buried in the mud near the flood-ravaged town of Mogollon, but still no sign of him. Howard Bassett, right here, who's 83 years old, left town Saturday night when a flash flood warning was issued down there in the Gila. His family was expecting him in Arizona, but he never showed up. State police have had a hard time searching for him because of blocked streets and washed out and mud-covered roads. Well, New Mexico's congressional delegation has sent 2 letters to President Obama asking for help because of the wild weather that hit the state in July. The state and the Santa Clara Pueblo are asking for a federal disaster declaration for money for restoration, debris removal, and cleanup. Lawmakers say last week's floods may have made the damage from July even worse. And we went along as people finally returned to their flooded homes in Rio Arriba County yesterday. Raging floodwaters from the Rio Chama met the Rio Ojo Caliente, sending water over the highway and into about 6 homes. The entire area was covered in about 4 feet of water at one point. Look at this. Homes and cars were submerged. Folks there say they have never seen anything like this.
When I got here, pretty much the water was already up to this gate that we're standing at.
This house is totally lost. I mean, it's completely ruined.
Randy Sanchez thinks it'll be months before he can live in his own home again. The county does not have an estimated cost for all the damage just yet. It'll probably be a pretty penny. And while damage estimates from all around the state are mounting up, it's looking like a lot of the cleanup costs will be coming right out of people's pockets. The reason is flood insurance, or rather, the lack of this stuff. Most folks here in New Mexico don't have flood insurance, mainly because, well, it rarely floods here. Remember, we're in the middle of a drought. And unless FEMA says you live in a flood zone and your mortgage company requires it, chances are you aren't covered, and in a lot of cases, you can't even get covered if you wanted to.
Really, the exclusion is flood, so water at the ground level entering your house from the outside.
That's what most people do not have coverage.
That's what most people do not have coverage for.
Now, depending on where you live, coverage can cost between a couple $100 a year to thousands of dollars a year. Governor Susana Martinez sent a letter to President Obama yesterday asking the flooding be declared a national disaster. That frees up money for public areas, but once again, it does not free up money to help people fix their homes. Well, this morning at 8:30, Bernalillo County is receiving a FEMA Flood Plan Management Award for exceeding expectations. This comes as FEMA has upgraded the county's community rating system classification. What this means to you and me is that if you do have flood insurance in Bernalillo County, you will be eligible for a discount on your premiums. Well, as you know, rain caused a lot of trouble in Mexico as well. Days of torrential rain left thousands of folks stranded, many desperate for emergency supplies. The storm was wrecking roads, destroying bridges, and cutting off villages. People scrambled to nearby hill as Mexico's federal police arrived by helicopter yesterday with emergency supplies of food and water. The emergency aid delivery comes after tropical storms Ingrid and Manuel converged on Mexico from both the Gulf and the Pacific last weekend, triggering flash floods, mudslides, and killing at least 97 people. 5:05 now. It's something every parent wants for their kids out on the road. The skills to drive safely, and a free program coming up will help do that, and you still have time to sign up for it. News 13's Samantha McDonald is out on the road in Albuquerque with details. What is this program, Sam?
Well, Matt, AAA is offering some free classes next week for teens who don't have their license yet. The goal is to get them all ready before they hit the road or the interstate behind me. The classes are for 14 to 15-year-olds, and the courses will be 2 hours. They'll be offered in Albuquerque on Wednesday, and there will be another one on Thursday. Participants will get an overview of some common bad driving habits, plus they'll learn how to get a license, keep it, also how to get insurance. And although this is serious stuff, AAA says the classes will be fun. Kids will play distracted driving card games, and they'll also get to try on some drunk goggles. That's always a good time. Another important aspect of this course, all teens are required to bring a parent or guardian with them. The idea is that kids look up to their parents and they'll learn by example. AAA told me the leading cause of death for teens in the U.S. is traffic crashes. And the reason for that is teens have just too little experience, they have poor visual search habits, and also they're just too distracted while driving. That's for texting, cell phones, iPads. I talked to some students at Albuquerque High School, and they said they see lots of distracted driving on their campus.
A lot of people come back with food in their hands, trying to eat before, drinks.
In their cars?
Yeah.
The main goal of these classes is to just get kids to focus on the road ahead of them. Matt, back to you.
All right, thank you very much, Samantha. Sounds like a good deal. Again, it's free. You can't beat that. If you want to sign up, go to AAA.com or call this number, 512-444-4757. Do it sooner than later. Space is limited.